Hey guys, what's going on? Cave Ninjas here. Today we're going to be looking at Halo versus Doom. Beginning here, guys, is one of my favorite missions in Halo 2. I absolutely love this cutscene. It's so sick, man. I loved it when I was a kid, and it looks even better with the Master Chief Collection graphics, the Halo 2 anniversary graphics. It's absolutely amazing. I love it so much. Anyway, guys, to get into the video, I wanted to make this video because I see Doom taking over Halo. Meaning, the Halo fans that really like the Halo type of style of play are really going to enjoy Doom. I'm sure they've been playing Doom because it's been out for a while, but I think that it really is gonna, that the Halo players, the hardcore Halo players, are gonna move to Doom. Because Doom feels more like the old Halos than the new Halos do. Which is odd, but it's true. So, first I wanted to talk about Halo and why I think they've kind of went downhill. A lot of people share my same opinion that Halo has went downhill, but then a lot of people also agree that, you know, it's a new generation, it's a new trilogy, and they have to innovate. It has to be different than the old Halos. You know, they have to make differences for people to be engaged. It's kind of the same argument with Call of Duty and Infinite Warfare compared to going back into the World War days. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about with Halo first is that Halo's campaign, seriously, their campaign trilogy, the original three, Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, and Halo 3, is probably, arguably, in my opinion, hands down, the best campaign series of all time. It is so engaging. It is like, you want to know every little thing about all the different types of species, and it's just so good. Like, the weapon selection was amazing for back in the day. I mean, it was just insane. All these cool alien guns we had never seen before. I mean, it really just totally changed video games forever. I mean, Halo is truly the beginning of, like, they were the beginning of what video games are today. And it's so awesome going back through and playing these because they're simplistic, but at the same time, it's kind of nice having more of a simpler game. The story is fantastic and very intricate, but the gameplay and where you're playing at, the scenery, it's very basic, honestly, it is. But that's kind of just Halo's style from the beginning. They've always just done big, massive rooms with very basic design, not too intricate, if that makes sense. But where I think Halo really went wrong is stretching out the series, going from Halo 4, Halo 5, and Halo 6. I know Microsoft Studios, they wanted the exclusivity to the Xbox One. They wanted a reason to buy the Xbox One, and that's why they decided to go with the trilogy, the next three, you know, 4, 5, and 6, in my personal opinion. But what it comes down to, guys, is that they've just made Halo just a terrible game, because this is what they've done, and this is probably the biggest upset in my opinion. I think, like, people have reasonings of why they don't like the new Halo games, but I think that at the core of it, the real problem is, when it comes to multiplayer, is that they're sprinting. Instead of making smaller maps and having walking, they've made bigger maps to compensate for sprint. So these maps in Halo 4 and Halo 5 are just massive. Now granted, some of them are smaller, but it creates a much faster paced gameplay, almost like Call of Duty, which Halo players are not looking for. But because of this, they can't bring back good maps because of this sprinting thing in the game. And, you know, a lot of people have wanted sprinting, but now that they have it, I feel like a lot of people don't want it because it takes away from the game. That's exactly why Doom, and I'll talk about that later, but why Doom had really hit it out of the park with how they set up their multiplayer. So anyway, guys, Halo is dying. Like, it's a fact. If you look at the numbers, whenever Halo 3 came out, I believe they sold over 13 million copies. Halo 5 only sold around 3 to 4 million copies. I mean, a dramatic difference. Let's just put it this way. Titanfall sold more copies than Halo 5, which is insane. Like, they're still ahead of Halo 5. Titanfall, right? Which I know there was a lot of hype over that, and a lot of people wanted to see that game and try it out, but still, it still outsold Halo 5, which is insane. And that's just proving that Halo really is dying. they're still fun games to play for what they are, but if you grew up playing the older games, then it's just not what it used to be. So to move on to Doom, guys, Doom is seriously one of my favorite multiplayer games out right now. It is so fun. Overwatch really is shitting on this game, meaning that if Doom would have came out at a different time, not right before Overwatch came out, I feel like Doom's life cycle and like the amount of people that would really play Doom and enjoy Doom would be much higher. But Overwatch has just completely and utterly taken over the multiplayer scene on the consoles. Call of Duty, Overwatch, they're owning it. I mean, it's really most people are only playing those two games when it comes to multiplayer, and when Battlefield 1 comes out, that's going to be a massive one. I feel like Doom is just never going to get the amount of attention it deserves, because this game is so fun. Like, its multiplayer is so fun. It's exactly how I felt when I played the old Halo multiplayer, just the old Halo multiplayer. Like, this is how I felt. What's great about the game is that there's no sprint, you just walk really fast, which, honestly, once you play when you start playing it at first, you're like, wow, I'm moving really fast, but once you play it for a long time, honestly, it just seems like normal. But what's great about it is that there's no sprint. Like, yes, you're moving quickly, but it's still a walk. It's still a walk, you know? Your gun is always up. You never have to reload. They've done so many great things with this multiplayer. The reload pickups, the armor pickups, the health pickups, it makes the game so much more fun and engaging. The problem with multiplayer today with most games is that to heal and stuff is all just automatic. You just have to go hide somewhere and then you'll heal up. What's great about this game and games like this, where you have to pick up health and stuff like that, is it engages you more when you're playing the multiplayer game. You look at your health bar and you're like, oh crap, I only have 50 health, I need to go find a health pack. And it causes you to have more of more things to do within the multiplayer match, if that makes sense. It almost keeps you preoccupied when someone's not around you. It's really fantastic. So anyway, guys, Doom's multiplayer and its campaign, arguably, the campaign is definitely not better than Halo, and that's just, I guess, a personal preference, but when it comes to story and it just comes to outright great characters, Halo beats Doom, just by a long shot when it comes to the campaign. But when it comes to multiplayer, Doom just shits on Halo 4 and Halo 5, in my personal opinion. I know people are definitely going to disagree with that, but I don't know, guys. Like, if you played Halo, Halo 2, and Halo 3 when you were a kid, and you want to have that type of multiplayer feeling again, I'm telling you, you're not going to get that with Halo 4 or Halo 5, and you're going to get it with Doom. That's just my personal opinion and what I have, what I've seen from playing it. Like, I just absolutely love this game. This game has added so much cool things to multiplayer as well. They have the, honestly, I have no idea what they're called. They're like, oh yeah, mods. You have the mods, so whenever you start a match, you start off with a mod, and you can switch to different mods in the middle of the match. The demons that's always on the map, it's such a good multiplayer experience. It really is. It's really new and refreshing. No one has really done anything like what Doom has with this multiplayer. It's awesome. It's great. Like, maybe I just have like a serious boner over this game, but this game is just so much better than Halo 4 and Halo 5. It's just crazy. And I honestly think that majority of Halo players are going to switch to Doom, and I think that Doom is going to become a major franchise, just like Halo, just like Call of Duty. If it doesn't, I honestly think it's only because Overwatch came out right after Doom. And that's just really unfortunate, because trust me, I love Overwatch. Overwatch is definitely one of my favorite games I've ever played. But Doom is just so good because Doom has that dark, gritty feel, chainsaws ripping people in half. You got the demons, you got the blood, you got the gore. With Overwatch, you don't have that. It is very fun, it's very competitive, but it's very cartoony and very kiddish. There isn't very much dark, crazy humor in it. Well, I guess I wouldn't say that Doom has dark humor in it, but in the end, guys, honestly, I just really feel like Doom is just going to take over Halo 100%. This is basically an opinionated video, but that's just what I feel like is going to happen. I feel like Halo is dead, and I think that people are just done with it, you know? They've tried to listen to their community, but they just can't get the formula right. It just doesn't feel like Halo anymore. But anyway, guys, that's all I got to talk to you about today. This has been Cave Ninjas. I hope you have a great day.